fellow manifestors. Today we're going to do a reading on what you need to be focusing on right now. What is something that will guide you on your path? Sometimes we'll get a little bit lost. We're not sure what we should be doing. Maybe we have a million things in our head and we're just not sure what to focus on. So this reading will help bring some clarity on your path and where you would like, or where the tarot suggests that you should go next. All right, so if you want to pause this video right now so that you can choose the pile that speaks to you. So what you want to do is you want to gaze across each pile. Don't pick with your eyes, not what looks pretty. Pick with your heart. What is drawing you in? What is pulling you in? And if more than one pile is pulling you in, that means there's a message for you in more than one pile. All right, so in here we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So take as much time as you need. I recommend that you take some deep breaths and close your eyes. And then when you open them, allow your eyes to fall on the pile that is one for you. All right, I'll see you at your reading. Hello, pile 1, and welcome to your reading. So if you chose this stone, we're going to look at your card. This is going to be the card for the general theme of what you should be focusing on right now. And in this card, we have alignment. So if you look at this card closely, you'll see it has a sword with a heart. This is telling me that what you need to focus on right now is aligning what's in your heart with action. So there is something or some things that you want to do, but perhaps you haven't been acting on it the way you should. In other words, you've been thinking about it and maybe you've even been writing down ideas, but now's the time to actually take that next step. So that'll be a message for some of you. Another message I'm getting through here is that it's like an alignment of your heart and your mind that kind of needs to be focused on right now. And one of the best ways to do that is through meditation. I get journaling. I get basically, there's a real message here of you to really focus your mind and your heart together, because that will really help you on your path, help you able to see clearly, so you'll know what path to follow, so you'll know what to do. Okay, so I'm going to start pulling some oracle cards, not oracle cards. I'm going to pull the tarot cards for you right here, and these were pre-shuffled. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out 5 cards that will just give us an overview of what you need to focus on. And then I'll use some oracle cards to kind of give us a little bit more clarity about what you need to focus on. But yeah, I really feel there's a really good idea inside of you. Maybe you already know about it, maybe you don't, but you guys all have a really great idea that's inside. It's waiting to come out. That's how I feel. That's for everybody in this pile. And you're like, no, I don't have any idea. I don't know what you're talking about. I totally relate. But that's what this card is saying. It's saying that it's there. You have to find it, tap into it. And the way to tap into that is through meditation. I find that myself, when I'm really stuck and I can't think of what to do, if I just put on my headphones and I listen to one of those, you can use a guided meditation, but honestly, I find just listening to one of those kind of hertz, those theta waves, set for meditation, and to sit. This is how I learned to meditate. I learned that you sit when you meditate. Don't lie down. If you lie down, you'll get tired and you'll fall asleep. You want to be active in your meditation. So you want to be sitting, and you can have your eyes closed and your hands down, because not up like this, but down, because down is grounding down. And just allow your mind to empty by focusing on your breath. So you need to focus on something specific. So usually that's breathing. You can feel your stomach going in and out, and you can allow your thoughts to come in and kind of wash away, and then start to just put your mind to what you need to know right now, what you should be doing right now, whatever you want to, you can actually write it down before you meditate, and then that way you kind of have a better idea, so your mind has something to basically mold while you're in your meditation. I find that works really well. It's just a suggestion, but there's lots of guided meditations out there, lots of apps too. Okay, so let's get to your cards. So I'm gonna shuffle that again. I have a feeling that that was not the right one. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we have for you 2 of Swords. Let's see if we can make sure that's the Empress, 3 of Swords, the Devil, 4 of Swords. Ah, yes, look at that. I love it when tarot just pops out to say, that's exactly what I meant. So 2 of Swords and 4 of Swords. That's telling me that you're having a hard time deciding, you don't know what to do, you can't figure it out. 4 of Swords is like, you need to meditate on that. You need to meditate. 4 of Swords is the card of rest and card of meditation. So it's like literally telling you to meditate, and then the answers will come. I see, it's interesting here with the Devil next to the 3 of Swords. It's almost like you're chained to some kind of heartache. There is some past, something happened in your past that you're stuck there. And it's something that's hurting you. And it's in between, it's like you're the Empress. You're like the goddess energy. You know, you're very much in tune with the earth. You very much love to feel, it's a self-care card, but it's also like, think of the Empress like, you know, lying on a hammock with grapes in her mouth, a glass of wine, and like, you know, just in her element. Like she's surrounded by beauty. There's a full garden of luscious fruit around her, and she knows how to take care of herself. She knows, you know, what's good for her, and she's very in tune with the earth. And I feel like that's you, actually. But something in between there and there, this meditation where you can find clarity, is something in your heart that needs to be resolved. It's like the Devil's like you keep repeating some same old pattern that's causing you heartache. And so when you see the alignment, you see the heart and the sword, it's like your mind can heal your heart here. So the swords, 4 of Swords and 2 of Swords is basically like your mind can heal with your heart, with meditation, and by really pampering yourself. That's what I want to say with the Empress here. You really need to pamper yourself right now, because you could have just had a heartache too. You could have had a bad relationship and someone broke your heart and you're not really sure where to go next. That might be some of you as well. Or maybe you're hung up on an old breakup, or maybe like a divorce could be your separation. Some kind of major relationship ended in your life, as for some of you, and you're stuck there. Is sort of what that's saying. Or but for others, it's more like there's like an aversion to rest, and there's like an aversion to pampering yourself, simply because it's like you're used to grieving something. You're used to something being a certain way, and I can relate to that, especially if you're somebody who suffers from any kind of mental health issue, like if you have depression or anxiety. We can get really stuck in that, and that can cause us to kind of repeat bad behavior patterns that, you know, we just go and examine. And here, if you're meditating, then you can really pull out like the devil energies, any kind of toxic patterns you might have had, any kind of, maybe you're kind of stuck in some toxic relationship right now and it's clouding your view. That could be another thing as well. Somebody isn't appreciating you as a goddess that you are, man or woman, however you identify. Somebody isn't appreciating you for who you are. You're not being pampered. You're not being cared for. This is for some of you. Somebody is just constantly hurting you, and this person needs to go. Because once you get them out, you can really start to concentrate on healing yourself. And you can do that through meditation, relaxation, and that will help bring you that clarity of mind that you really need right now. And alignment. It's like your heart and your mind is in alignment. And I get that with action. You need to take action. So for some of you, if you're in some bad relationship, you really need to get out of it. It could be a love relationship. It could be a friendship. Or maybe even it's a relationship at work. Maybe something is actually holding you back here from your decision, and it could be in the past, something that's already passed. But I kind of get more for a lot of you. This is something that's more recent. Perhaps you're in this now. There's something that's distracting you, basically, is what I'm getting from the devil. It's like you're getting wrapped up in, or you could be wrapped up in somebody else's heartache as well. That's what could this be as well. You might feel like somebody else is in a bad relationship, or something else is going on. You're constantly finding ways to distract yourself because maybe it makes your heart feel better. But something going on here that needs to be released so that you can, finally find that alignment that you need. Okay, so let's start looking at some oracle cards to get a little more clarity here. But I really do get the sense that what will come, this is for everyone, what will really help you right now is just some real good self-care, pampering, like really to see yourself as worthy of that too. Really see yourself as a goddess, whether you're identified as a male or woman. That's basically that energy of being really rooted into the earth and enjoying all that earthly pleasures, but not like too much, and that's what I get. And I just feel like there's some kind of toxic behavior pattern that's causing you. So if you're interested, okay, look at this. So alignment of your heart and your mind. And look in here, 3 of Swords. The heart is piercing the sword. And here they're together, they're aligned. It's almost like whatever heartaches that you have, your mind can heal it, but your thoughts, it's almost like your thoughts are piercing your heart. It's like perhaps your negative self-talk, maybe for the devil energy is a toxic behavior pattern. Like you have a bad relationship with yourself, so to speak. You're just constantly giving yourself toxic energy. You're saying things to yourself like, I'm not good enough, I'll never have this, I can't do that, oh, I can't do that, can I? Like you might have a really good idea, and you might actually, because you do actually have a really good idea. I get that from you guys. But something is getting in the way of you being able to really pull that out and have your heart and your mind in alignment here, so that your thoughts are not piercing your heart. And it's like an addiction. And we get used to these kind of toxic behavior patterns. We all do this. But the key is with meditation, you can really learn to not use your thoughts in a positive way to heal your heart so you can be that goddess. Okay. Let's get some oracle cards here. Evening would be a good time for you. Early evening, I see, for meditation. Maybe that's a time when you can relax a little bit better. Or early morning. That could also be it too, actually. I think for some of you, or early morning is a really good time for you to, if you want to set aside time every day to meditate. That early morning, like before anyone else is up to bother you, you can really focus on yourself. Orphaned. I'm getting from that card, you kind of feel like you're on your own. Maybe you constantly have to, or rather you feel like you always have to do things by yourself. Or some of you might always have had to do things by yourself, perhaps even childhood. For some of you, your parents maybe weren't in the picture as much as they could have been. And maybe you were constantly having to fend for yourself as a child and entertain yourself and even feed yourself, and you were very much on your own. Some of you, maybe some of you were thrown out of the house too at a young age. That can happen. And you've had to fend for yourself. And I kind of get to with the Empress energy for these two together is that actually how to take care of yourself. You've learned how to take care of yourself, and you're good at it too. So that's for me, that's a confirmation that you're really good at taking care of yourself. And maybe some of these heartaches that for the thoughts piercing the heart is just going back to forgiving that part of your past and your childhood, if that was what happened. To see the good in it. See, you know what? I'm proud of myself. I took care of myself. I knew what to do, and because of this experience, I'm way more self-reliant. So there's lots of different ways that you can take all these negative experiences and these challenging experiences that you've had from when you were younger, and to create something positive out of it. If you look at, well, this is why I am who I am. It happened to me, but it's not is me. It isn't me. It's not who I am. It's what happened to me, and it's made me stronger. Because I think you're pretty strong. But it's just that you're in a little bit of a pattern that's holding you back from really knowing what to do here. And this is telling me it's kind of going back to something that might have happened. For some of you, it was childhood abandonment issues in some way, or you felt like you had to take care of yourself. Could be some of you were literally orphaned when you were young. It'd be so for some of you. But mostly it could also be an energy where you feel like people abandon you. You don't feel like you have support. So let's see here. Why? Yeah. But see this card, it's dark. She's orphaned. And she's sitting on a rock by herself, feeling alone. And part of this can too, some of you may feel, if you look, there's a light there, and here there's this light of why in a book. So it could be that some of you need to, like with meditation too, to really connect to your higher self, to connect to something divine. Whatever you see that as, even if you don't really believe in that kind of thing, is to, you're here at a tarot card reading and you're listening to a tarot card reading. So you must believe that there is something more. And I think it's time for you to for many of you to really accept that you're not always alone. You do have that. Even you might not have the support you feel like you need here in this mortal experience, but you as a greater being, you are never alone because you always have the divine with you. And for why, I see that maybe you question a lot in it. It's like I'm always a questioner of things. Maybe you don't trust very well. I get that too. There's a lack of trust, and that's why your heart and your mind are battling each other out. And so it would be helpful too with the meditation to really and to pamper yourself, feel good about yourself, so that you can really feel clear about what needs to happen next. Chaos and conflict. Oh, yeah, you guys, some of you are dealing with some pretty intense things right now, and you could be in conflict, and some of you might actually be shedding that. And if you look at this picture, it's like oh, interesting. Okay, I've never really looked at it this way. So it's a zebra, but the zebra has giraffe skin on top of it, almost like a camouflage, and that is going away. It's like you can be yourself. You can show the world the real you, and maybe you have a hard time doing that because of the fact that you feel very like maybe there's a lot of conflict around you. But I think for some of you, not all of you, some of you might be looking for drama, kind of addicted to a little bit of drama, other people's drama, and you just, but this is saying that it's better to be more authentic in yourself and to focus on yourself and focus on bringing out the real you. the real you here, so that you can start healing some of the past and things. There's a real heartache here. There's a heartache here, and a lot of that comes from a lot of conflict in your life. It's going to be different for everyone. Again, this is a group reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Let's grab another card here too. Okay, beautiful. That's what I want to see. Milk and honey. And I love that. Okay, is this an elephant? Ah, it's an elephant bathing in milk and honey. And here we have a zebra with giraffe skins. It's like African vibes. Safari. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. It looks like safari vibes. Maybe some of you are really attracted to that. Maybe you've been wanting to go on a safari. Or maybe you have, and that there's some kind of a link with the safari here. I feel like that's a side thing, but so the milk and honey is basically saying that with this Empress energy, to really like pamper yourself, and that you deserve to be pampered. You deserve to have the beautiful things that life has to offer you. This is like, abundance is yours, and believe that. Believe that abundance is yours. And so what you need to focus on here, that's just starting to become pretty clear. What you really need to focus on here is healing your heart, healing whatever vices and toxic behavior patterns that you have, or toxic people in your life. They need to go. Get them out. Poof. You don't want toxic people in our life. And start to question why. Why do you feel the need to do certain things that are not to your best interest? Does that go back to childhood? Do you feel like you're not supported? Or was it something in childhood where you didn't feel supported? And can you like really be the true you? And I see you actually really, you're seeking the truth, but you're not clear. And so meditation and believing in abundance, focusing on abundance, that's really what you need to focus on here. Aligning your heart and your mind so that your heart feeds your body, or your soul, your mind, your heart with milk and honey, goodness, sweetness of the earth, like the goddess energy here. So what you need to focus on clearly is yourself, like, and believing that you are worthy of having like abundance and feeling good in your own skin and thinking I'm beautiful. I like, and enjoying all of the beautiful things that life has to offer. Maybe that's a safari thing too, like seeing these beautiful endangered animals in their natural environment will really, I think that would be really good for you and your soul. Perhaps some of you have had a safari before and you felt like that, and if you have, then that would be a good thing to meditate on as well. A good thing to think about while you meditate as well, that will lift your vibes. Let's grab a couple more cards here. Yeah, you're kind of stuck in your heart. Your heart, your mind is feeding your heart some nonsense, basically. It's feeding your heart some nasty thoughts, bad thoughts about who you are, and that's not correct. And that is what's really, okay, so look, the Two of Swords is, she is got her hands crossed over her heart. The swords in tarot can represent thoughts. Okay. And so she's closing her eyes. Meditation. Closing her eyes. She's blindfolded. And she has the swords crossed over her heart. So she's trying to use her intuition and to decide what to do. And follow her heart in a way. So yeah, it's like this alignment. It's a very strong message here of believe that like you need to focus on healing your heart, healing your thoughts, and believing that you are worthy of abundance and all of the beautiful things in life, and to really enjoy life. You have to be happy and to bathe in the goodness of all that earth has to offer. You absolutely deserve that. So really now, that's the cards are telling you that is the biggest focus for you right now, is to focus on healing your heart, healing those toxic behavior patterns, trying to be authentically you despite any of the chaos that has gone on in your life or may currently be going on in your life. You need to find like calm in the storm so that you can always feel like that Empress energy and truly aligned. And then there's, like I said, there's a good idea in you. It'll come out. Okay. So, let's see here. Nope. Yeah, so there's a book with wings. You're looking for answers outside of yourself, but they keep getting away from you because you need to look inside yourself for those answers. There we go. So we have here, ooh, take flight. I love that with the book with the wings. Take flight. I'm gonna get the booklet for this because there's pretty strong meaning behind these. These are fractals, so they're pretty. Take flight. Okay. Actually, I put that. Surfacing. Ooh, yes. Oh, I feel this. Last one. Prayers. I don't mean to laugh. I'm not laughing. I'm laughing because it's funny. I just said all this. Basically, yeah, there's this prayers is what I said before, like of believing you're not alone and that there is divine energy all around us that guides us and loves us. So you don't need to feel alone because you're not. And surfacing, I'm going to read the booklets for you, but the surfacing really feels like you're bringing something to the surface here. Something that is, if you look at this chaos and conflict with the giraffe skin dissipating so that the zebra can show its true stripes. Yeah, you need to pull that out. So let's grab the booklet. Take flight. It's time to come out of seclusion. You no longer need to hide or try to protect yourself from the world around you. You are moving into a new stage of your life where stepping out is important for your emotional, mental, and spiritual growth. It's time to start making new friends in social connections. Yep. You may find yourself being drawn to join groups, take classes, or engage in social activities. Just as the butterfly is drawn to the flower nectar, you will find that getting out in the world and being with others will be a source of soul food for you. Through these interactions with people and groups, you will start to feel more confident in yourself, and you will see and feel yourself blossoming in a very natural and comfortable way. The energy of the butterfly is gentle, joyful, and purposeful. You will directly experience this energy and exude it as you move out in the social surroundings. Not only is this important part of your developing self-esteem and a sense of belonging, it is a vital piece of your discovery and the gifts and special talents. Your soul is ready to shine its light. It is only human mind that feels it is not ready. You brave and let yourself out of the cocoon of protection you have created. Okay, there's more of it. I think that gets the gist of it and is what this reading has been telling us all along here. Is to get rid of any kind of toxic people that might be in your life. Realize that there are good people. You deserve to be treated like a goddess. You deserve to feel good about yourself, and to seek out others that will see that in you as well, who have common interests. And that might also help you with your decision to, find people of like mind, find people who are on the same kind of path that you are on. After you meditate and you start to get a clear idea of what you actually want to do, then you can start joining groups that will help you, or you might join groups before that of any interest you have, and that might actually help you to bring to the surface something that is wanting to come out. So let's take a look at surfacing. I think prayers I'm not going to read. It's pretty straightforward. It means what it means. Yeah, you may want to pray. Surfacing. Every time we allow ourselves to step out beyond our boundaries or find a way to get past our fears, the entire universe celebrates. It isn't easy to let the world see us, and Spirit knows this, but we are here to allow our true expression, to allow the deepest parts of ourselves to rise to the surface, to be seen and shared. The surfacing card comes when we are about to face the challenge of stepping up and stepping out into this world. It could be asked to speak publicly, give a presentation, perform, release a novel, or anything which involves putting yourself out there. Whatever it is that's going to be asked of you will be involving shining your soul's light in some way for others to see. There's more to the message, but essentially, like I was saying before, you have a good idea in you. You might already know what that is, but that wants to come out very badly. And so, and these two cards saying to take flight, to go find a group of interest, maybe that's public speaking. Maybe that will help you overcome some problems that may causing you to feel stuck right now. It might get you past some fears, or it could just be that you need to write about it. Just write about it, like really express yourself. It's this expression. There's a real need for self-expression and to really enjoy, well, the fruits of your labor, and also believe that you have the right. You've earned the right. You don't even have to earn the right, actually. Pardon me. You don't need to earn the right. Everybody has the right to feel good. Or not good, but to enjoy the bounty of earth and all of its pleasures. You know, everyone has the right to enjoy that bounty, including you, okay? And, oops, that's essentially what these cards are saying. And it's interesting that both of them were kind of about following or speaking to other people or reaching out to other people. Yeah, there's some idea that wants to come out. It could be a book, it could be a song, it could be a piece of art, it could be absolutely anything. But whatever it is, it needs to be, you need to take action. And part of that action is just going to be healing whatever thoughts that are piercing your heart, that are keeping you stuck in this indecision. Whoa, sorry. The card absolutely flew out. However, yeah, I'm going to use it actually. So take time to breathe out. This disseminating moon. Oh, jeez. It keeps flying out of my hand. Take time to breathe out. Which goes quite well with this, put that up here. Four of Swords, which is meditation. Breathing, deep breathing, that'll help too. So I'm going to pull one more card before we end this reading. And see what one last message that needs to come through. I'm going to do it this way. There we go. Nothing will come of this situation void of course moon. Okay, some of you might be worried about something. I'm going to pick one more actually. Some of you might be worried about something or a situation. But that card likes to come out to say, like, don't worry. Nothing's going to come of the situation. So whatever's clogging your heart right now and clogging your mind, just feel it, put it to ease, knowing that nothing will come of the situation, whatever it is that you're worried about. I think that's a nice, reassuring message. Okay. And the last one is have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, and that's like, there's an idea that you have that wants to come out. And I think the indecision might be coming from just you feeling like you don't really deserve to have that kind of abundance, and maybe you're torn between something that's holding you back, which is this toxic behavior pattern or toxic people who are causing you pain. It's time to release that, and you need to have faith in your dreams, and then you have prayers too. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I would love it if you subscribe to my channel so that you readings every week, and I'd love to have you back. Do comment on this if it resonated with you, if you anything came up for you. I'd love to hear from you. All right, guys, bye. Hello, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So in this reading, we're going to look at what you need to be focusing on right now. This is a good reading for anyone who's feeling maybe a little bit lost, you're kind of stuck, you don't know what to do. This will hopefully give you some clarity on what you should do. All right, so let's put your stone there, and you have focus. So, what do you need to focus on? Well, you need to focus. Thank you for that, tarot. Basically, what I get from this card is very similar to the pile 1 message of meditating. Focusing means you really need to focus. Like, you could be very scatterbrained, and this card is basically saying to really like try and focus your thoughts on one thing. Don't let other things distract you. You're getting distracted. That's what this is telling me. You're getting distracted. It's time to zero in. Meditation really does help to zero in, but it also will help you clarify anything that, you know, if you're like, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to be focused on. It's basically saying that it's just your thoughts are very scattered and you need to clear. So it also, this card could be telling me too that you may want to start keeping like a daily planner, some way to keep yourself organized so that you're not feeling so overwhelmed in your day-to-day life. There's a really great app that I love called Notion, I think it's called, the Notion app, and it's so good. You can use it for absolutely everything, and it's all in one place, and I love that app for being organized. It's a really good thing. If you don't like using the phone or screens, just go buy yourself a calendar, a daily thing from the dollar store, and just every single day it will bullet journaling. If you don't know what bullet journaling is, look that up. That's a really nice way as well to, especially for artists, to get focused so that you can write down what it is that you need to do and be very disciplined about that, because I know that focusing on focusing can actually be hard, you know, especially if you are like me and you have ADD. I find it very difficult to focus, and sometimes I forget to write things down, you know, I forget that too. So, but if you get in the habit of it, of doing things right away and of writing things down, then you won't, that'll help to get your mind focused. Okay. So let's, I'm going to take out 5 cards that will help us see what it is that you need to focus on. So we have 3 of Swords. Came out with the last reading too. If you felt drawn to pile 1, there might be a message for you in there as well. Let's get straighter for you. Okay, we have 6 of Swords, Ace of Swords, ooh, the World, and 4 of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, I immediately got that you want to travel. Some of you really want to travel. There's some place that you want to go. Maybe that doesn't matter. Maybe you just want to travel the world. So this will be a message for some of you, and that you need to start saving your money so that you can travel like that. So you need to focus on, and you need to be more disciplined. It's sort of to get yourself out of this 3 of Swords energy, which is heartache. Something is this is the thing that is causing you to not be able to focus. So this is the Three of Swords. So very, very similar to pile one, but it's different for you. It's more like you feel torn in a lot of different ways. Um, and you're having a hard time, and it could be money. You're feeling very insecure at the moment, perhaps. Some of you might be having difficulties with your home, not feeling secure. But maybe you're living in a place you don't like to live. Maybe there's a situation that you're in where you're living that isn't good for you. Like some of you might live outside the city, but you work in the city so that you can save your money. That could be what you need to do. And for some of you, that could be that you maybe need to move to the city to ease your traveling time. Because I think for some of you, this is really about your living situation and where you live. I don't think it's about other people very much. For you, it's about a situation. And it has to do with you not feeling very secure and stable right now. And so the Six of Swords is basically like moving away from this heartachy situation that you're in. And it also could be like you're too focused on the things that cause you pain. You're focusing a lot on the things that are your heartaches. And this is saying, the Six of Swords is saying, move towards clearing your thoughts, having that clear thought, right? Ta-da! That's like, ta-da! I always see this as the hand of like clarity. Here's a great idea. Go for it. And this great idea is just knowing that like there's a really positive end to completion to your situation, that you're going to have like a really beautiful, positive, abundant completion of something right now that is like you're in a situation that's causing you a lot of grief, basically. And for some of you, it could be that you want something really badly and you can't have it, and so that's causing you to feel a little unable to focus right now, not know what to do. So there's swords energy here. So it's really about your thoughts and how your thoughts are affecting your heart. It's affecting, your thoughts are affecting where you need to go. So it's like, instead of your thoughts being here on this loss and heartache, whatever this is for you, you need to move along towards clarity of thought. And it's this focus your mind on something better, this completion. I'm going to have a positive outcome to whatever the situation is. So whatever the situation is that you don't feel secure, and I get the feeling for a lot of you, this is about your living situation. Maybe you're a renter and you just having a hard time finding a good place to live, or you just live in a bad situation and you just really want out of that. Believe that you're going to have a positive outcome. Okay, there's a lot about your thoughts and how you think, and how that you're very focused on the things that you don't have. You're focused on things that are causing you pain, and shift that focus now to singular focus, a singular focus on a positive outcome to your situation, whatever that means for you. For some of you, it's where you live. For others, something is, whatever it is, it's making you feel sad a lot of the time, and you're feeling this grief and this loss. It's like heartachy feeling that has to do something to do with feeling maybe not as secure and stable as you would like. To shift your focus away from that and towards a happy conclusion to whatever is causing you to feel insecure. And I do feel a lot of you, it is your home. Okay, so let's get some oracle cards to clarify this a little bit better. And kind of like in the pile one, I also feel in this pile that you have a brilliant idea waiting inside of you as well. something's going to blow your mind. I kind of feel like that. Some kind of revelation is going to come to you, and it's just going to blow your mind, and the world will be your oyster. You'll just sort of realize that you can have anything you want. And I think but it's difficult wherever situation you're in right now. You just don't feel secure, so you're not feeling like that. But you really need to focus on that. Truth be told. Truth be told. And there's an owl opening up to like the bluer skies. Yeah, it's like I said, there's some kind of mind-blowing truth coming your way. And it's going to be really good for you. I just feel that. Will happen. Wow, regeneration too. It'll happen when you are more focused, and when you shift your mind to a positive mindset. You're going through like a regeneration right now. Oh, yeah. You guys are in a bad situation, some of you, that you've been in a while too. Like it's just, you really badly want out, and you're coming out, okay? So for those of you that are in a really bad living situation, this is saying like focus on the positive outcome here, and it will, you will have a positive outcome. There's some kind of like realization that's going to happen here. The reason why you can't focus is very much in these cards saying that you're in some kind of situation that's causing you a lot of grief and heartache, and you're feeling insecure and unstable, and that could be for any number of reasons. And you're going through a regenerative process right now, and it's all making it very difficult for you to focus. But for you to focus, and what you should be focused on is a positive outcome to whatever your situation is. Like laser focus here. Laser focused on that. And that there's a truth coming out, something that you'll figure out. And you're going through a regenerative process. Okay, so we have not for you. Yeah, I kind of feel like you... Oops. Okay, this one flew. Is the last card. Mending. It's with the regeneration. You're healing right now. So yeah, not for you then is for me, what I'm thinking is like you need to really be focused on healing, regeneration, laser focusing your mind on a positive solution. Not for you. Don't think about things that cause you grief. Try not to worry so much about your situation that you're in, and focus your mind on a positive completion, positive end to this cycle, because you will have a positive end to the cycle. You're healing right now, so that's part of the reason why you're not able to focus, is because you're healing. And that's why I thought having a journal, like a journal, yes, but a day timer, so that you can keep things organized, that will really help you. Because if you are going through something right now, like if you're living in a situation that's really unstable for whatever reason, it's going to make it really hard for you to focus on anything. So one of the, and if you're not able to keep up with your daily day-to-day activities, I make you feel even worse. So the best thing that you can do for yourself right now is to be organized, and to be organized with your day, and really try to keep that part of your life at least like focused, like, and throw away, don't go after the things. So look at this fortune cookie in a game of chess, not for you. You don't need to be playing games. You don't need to be like wishing and hoping. You just need to be focused on the positive outcome to your situation right now. And healing. You're healing. Okay, so we're going to look at these cards. How many want to come out? I'm going to do it this way this time. Okay, so we have Intuition. Ooh, beautiful. And we have knowledge. Haha. See? I knew something was going to blow your mind. And storm. Okay. I read the book for the first pile, but I'm not going to do that for this one because I feel these cards pretty clearly. That's a whole not for you card. The intuition. You need to listen to your gut. Now you know what's not for you. You know what's not a good thing for you to be doing at this moment. It's time for you to focus on a positive. You need to laser focus your mind on this and trust your gut instinct, trust your intuition. You know what the right thing is to do. You have that knowledge to wisdom. That's what I really feel here. Knowledge to wisdom, and you're healing right now. And like I said, there's something that's going to blow your mind soon. It's like you're going to have, once you're able to really focus, you're going to have something that's going to like blow your mind, some kind of realization that's going to come to you. And the storm card here is telling me that there is, you know what, I am going to read the book for this one. The storm is this, though. This card is telling me that there is chaos in your life. You don't feel secure right now, and it's just you're healing and the storm is passing. So we all have to pass through difficult times in our lives. When things get tough, our vision and understanding can often become clouded. Yeah. Like I was saying, your situation, you don't feel secure right now. Something is causing you heartache and grief. And when you move away from that, focus your mind on a positive conclusion. When you use your intuition and the knowledge that you know from your intuition, then you'll be able to get through the storm a lot more successfully. A feeling of being alone at all, and even feeling abandoned by spirit in your darkest hour can be overwhelming, but you are not alone at all. Hold on and hang in there. Every storm will pass. This is not going to last forever. This card here is to remind you to really have the strength and courage to survive anything that comes your way. Spirit is here supporting you in every step you take. Clouds always part, and the sun will make its way through once again. It is important to remember that whatever you are going through right now is for your highest learning and understanding. This card may come to you if you're having difficulty in relationships with others. It is vital to remember that underneath anger is hurt. Forgiveness yourself and others is key to moving forward. It also comes if you are experiencing any type of crisis, whether it is in your daily life or within your inner being. You just know that this is happening to enable you to see what is not yet in alignment of your highest good and what no longer serves you. Yeah, like the moving away to something better here. This is your opportunity to make any needed changes in your life and heal some very deep wounds of the past. Just know that you will survive this with your sanity intact. You will be stronger, more understanding, and more compassionate with yourself and others. Have faith in yourself, intuition and knowledge. Faith that you can and will make it through this. Spirit is here to support you and find your light through the end of this tunnel. Okay, yeah, that's what I felt. You're feeling unstable, insecure. Something is causing you a lot of grief and heartache. I knew that. A lot of you are in a situation that is not good right now, and it's out of your control for many of you. But what the cards are saying is like focus on a positive outcome here. Like really take your mind and focus it in on a mind. Something is going to come to you really clearly once you start to really focus in. You have some kind of mind-blowing revelation is coming. I feel that very strongly here, and that's coming once you move away from whatever is causing you this heartache. Okay, so some of you might, if you are in a bad situation, this is time to look for a better one, like a living situation. It's time for you to get out of that situation and find a better one. If you're stuck in a living situation, like maybe you just cannot get out of it right now, know that you will get out of it. You will find your way out. It'll happen. Okay, just focus on a positive outcome because it's coming. It is. It's just, the reason why you can't focus is because you're in a storm. Nobody can focus in a storm. You just have to focus on getting through this right now, whatever it is. You focus on healing, getting through this, and focus on a positive outcome, okay? Okay. How am I going to do this one? Let's see. Yeah. There we go. Oh. New Moon and Scorpio, work through your fears. Yeah, you guys are afraid. You're not feeling very secure. This whole reading is to reassure you that things will work out, okay? That the situation that you're in, it's the reason why you can't focus. It's not your fault, but it will get better. Now, if some of you are stuck in a situation you can get out of, then you need to get out. You need to move away now. And the Six of Swords is saying that you will get out of this lousy situation and you will learn from it. So there's going to be a wonderful revelation that's coming to you, and I think it's going to be coming to you about why it is you're in this situation, and like when you look back, you'll see that. Okay, let's get one more card for you. Oh, I feel two more. Okay, so that one and that one. Gosh, I feel this one too. 3. Your card need your pile needs a little more support, I think. Our new romantic cycle begins. New Moon in Libra. Yeah, the World. That's focus on a positive outcome. Work through your fears. Like, get through this. No, just know. Knowledge. What was that? Knowledge. And truth be told, and not for you. Like, know that you're healing right now. Know that you're going through this difficult situation. You'll get out of it. Know that it will have a positive outcome, and really look forward to a new romantic cycle where you feel a lot of like love. You might actually meet somebody who might actually help you get out of the situation. Surrender to the divine. I had this card pulled a lot. This is full moon. It's actually the full moon right now. I had this card come up a lot for me when I was going through a really difficult time as well, when I was in a storm. This is a time for you to really just surrender your fears, surrender it all to the divine, and know and trust in a positive conclusion for you, okay? What do you need to release? That was like that not for you card. What do you need to release? What do you need to let go of right now so that you can really be able to focus on a positive resolution? So you're clinging on to some really intense fears, and that's to be expected when you're going through a difficult situation. But these cards are all saying, like, don't worry, you'll get through this. You're going to get through this. Some big revelation is coming to you. You're going to move past this situation. A really beautiful, positive, wonderful completion is coming, and you're going to feel a lot more secure. So really focus on that, okay? You know that too. I think you know that. Your intuition, you know it. You know it. Follow your intuition and you know it. You know, okay? You know that this storm will pass. You know it. So stay there. Stay in that thought. Focus yourself. Focus your daily activities through, a daily planner, getting organized, and focus in on healing the situation, because you deserve to have like a really stable, beautiful outcome, and you will. All right, pile 2, thank you so much for your reading, for joining me on this reading, pardon me. Please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you back. I do these once a week. And hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Do comment if this resonated with you. I'd love to hear from you. And thank you for joining me. Bye. Hello, pile 3, and welcome to your reading. So today we're going to do a reading on what you should focus on right now. This is a good time when you're feeling really out of sorts and like you don't know where to go. You're having a hard time focusing on what you need to do. So this reading will help to clarify for you what you need to do. So this is your card for the general overview of the reading, and this is Soul Song. Soul Song. What a beautiful card. There is something in your soul that wants to come out, and it wants you to sing it to the world. I think some of you might be afraid to really allow that part of you to come out. But it wants to. It really wants to. So again, this is like one of these things where I say you need to focus on what your soul wants, and you need to focus on your purpose. And you'd be like, well, I'm here because I don't know what to focus on. Soul song. Okay, we're going to pull these tarot cards, but what I get from that is there is a purpose. There is something that you're meant to be doing right now that's in your soul, and you're not doing it for whatever reason. Or maybe you are, but you're just feeling a little bit like you don't know what to do next. So for some of you, you are already trying to make happen. Some of you are following your soul song. You're there. You've been doing that. And you're just kind of at a fork in the road, and you're not really sure what to do next. And for others of you, this is like you're afraid to really look inside yourself and see what it is your soul wants to come out. Okay, so let's take a look at the tarot cards and let's see. Okay. Pile 3. What does your soul want to sing? King of Swords. Page of Swords. Oh boy. The Magician. And 6 of Cups. 5 of Cups. Ooh, okay. So there might have been something that you wanted to do, that you've wanted to do since childhood. Yeah, since you were young. I really feel that. Something you want to do since you were young, and it might be a father figure of some kind who had a lot of control over you and didn't really want you to do that, and so maybe you're having a hard time manifesting that right now. You're focused on the things that you're focused on loss, something from your childhood that you lost, and I think that is kind of clouding your ability to be able to follow your soul song. And for others of you, it's about mastering your thoughts. It's about freeing your thoughts. It's about you taking action on an idea that you want to manifest. Something that comes back from childhood. But with this 5 of Cups energy, I feel like you're holding on to something. Or rather, you need to release something from your childhood, so that you can manifest this. You have an idea for something that you want to do. There's something that you're trying to manifest, and it really has a lot to do with something you've always wanted to do since childhood. But maybe you feel there's it's like, okay, so the vibe I'm getting here would be something like you want to be an artist, but your dad was a doctor. Maybe your parents were doctors, or they're engineers, or maybe they just work in an office or something like that. So they're more cerebral types. They're more like that. But since you were young, you've had this idea of what you want to do, and you're really like ready to take action, but you feel like you being an artist, they wouldn't approve. And they would look down on you for it, perhaps. And this is this feeling of sadness, like, oh, I can't have this. It's something you feel you can't have. It's something you feel from your childhood, and it's a gift that was given to you from your childhood, but you feel like you can't have it for some reason. And that's why you're having a hard time. It's like your soul song. It wants to come out, but something from your childhood, like a childhood gift that you just feel you can't use. It's like maybe you were a singer. I got that from this too. Like you're literally singers, artists. I get the artist vibe here, but I feel like you're either you have this idea that you should be doing something else, something more practical, and so you kind of given up on this thing that you've wanted to do since childhood. But this is coming through to say, hell no, you need to do that. Whatever that thing is that you've been avoiding, and some of you've been working on it perhaps, and you're having a hard time, but you need to, so for your message, you need to release whatever this thing that this childhood thing that you feel a sense of loss about, like that you can't do it, or because you wouldn't make your father happy or your father figure happy. in your life, it would make them unhappy. So I'm kind of feeling like there's a little bit of that there. Oh, Lord. Okay, so 3 cards just fell out. Yeah. Deep knowing. Oh my goodness. TikTok. New life. So in every single one, I was going to pull out 4. But oh, look, the 4th card right here. Okay. By the book. Your reading is so clear. Okay. That's a good thing. So basically, it's a deep knowing. You've always known what you're supposed to do. There is a soul song. There is a deep wisdom, a knowing in you of what you should be doing. It is something that has always been in you, something you've known since childhood, but something is telling you you shouldn't be doing it. And this tick-tock, 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 it's like time is running out feeling. It's not, though. This has a double message here. So for some of you, you feel like your time is running out. I'm too old for this. I can't do this now. It's too late. No, it's not. No, it's not. You have all the time in the world. Do not worry about that. It is not too late. You can keep going. Okay? And the other part of it is that you need to get going. Like, so for those of you that are kind of stuck, you need to get going. Time is now to embrace that new life. You need to come out and that new life. So by the book, it's like, this is telling me that you've been following things by the book, by whatever influence, maybe something, either an idea that you have about how you should be, or that was given to you from childhood, and that is causing you to feel like you can't do the thing that you need to do, but you can. You can. And so for some of you too, there's a real knowing here. There's a real knowing of inside your soul, you know what to do. And those of you that are like watching this and saying, I don't actually know what to do, you do. You do. You do. You just haven't tapped into it. You're blocked here because you're worried about something. You're worried about what your family might think. So I gave you the one example of being an artist in a family of people that are not artists, who think that that's wasting your time. You don't make money as an artist. It's one thing. It could be something esoteric. Maybe you want to be a tarot card reader or something, and your family is very against that. Whatever the reason is that you feel like you can't do it, it's time to grab your new life and not worry about that. You need to do that. But this by the book is also saying, like, don't reinvent the wheel. You don't have to do something extreme. If you're wanting to be a singer or whatever, just follow the steps that other singers have done before you. You don't need to overthink things, okay? You know what to do. You know what to do. I really strongly feel like this pile knows what to do, but something from your childhood is kind of blocking you from seeing it. It's something that you just sort of said, no, I can't have that. And you've already put it to bed. It's like you've already poured it out. I can't have it. It's gone now. Not true. That's not true. This whole reading is saying that's not true. Okay? Okay, here we go. We have Starseed. Ooh, see? You have a deep knowing. This is something that you came to do, a soul song. It's like, yeah, I really feel that. Knowledge! You know what to do! This reading is just basically like saying, you came here to find out what to focus on, but the reading is like, you already know. It's time for you to take flight. So the first reading had this card is basically about you, it's about finding a group of people who share your interests and connecting with them, and organizations. It's about you needing to step into that new life. It's time for you to take flight. Okay? The King of Swords with the butterflies around his head and the birds. It's like you have a really good idea and you need to just make it happen now. And you've had this, you've known about it since childhood. You came into this life. You came into this life with your soul song, and it's trying to come out. And for whatever reason, you feel you can't have it. So, and that, I think it really has to do with something that happened to you in your childhood, some idea that was given to you as a child, and you feel like you've poured out your cups and you can't have it, but you can, and it's not too late. TikTok is not too late, okay? Not too late. So let's get A couple more cards here for you. Works through your fears. The last one had this too when you moved in Scorpio. Yeah. So you're worried. You're afraid. You're afraid you can't do it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You need to work through your fears, okay? Those people have no influence over you anymore. I mean, you should be over the age of 18 watching these, I hope. You're an adult. That your parents, your people, whoever had influence over you, they do not have influence over you. You are the master of your own life, okay? A personal issue reaches resolution. This is full moon in Cancer. I think you're going to realize that. I think you're gonna realize that this idea that it's lost now, that you can't have it anymore, is a bad idea, and you need to let that go, because you absolutely know what to do. You came in with your soul song. Your song needs to be sung right now. It needs to come out. And for those of you that have been trying and you're feeling stuck and lost, this is just basically saying you are on the right path, but don't let things from the past hold you back, okay? You know what to do. You actually do know what to do. This entire reading is saying you know what to do, and you need to do what you came into this world. It's time to find people who will help you take flight, okay? You need to find like-minded people. You need to find people who will help you do what you need to do, okay? You're very close to achieving your goal. That speaks for itself. You're very close to it. That's a message for those of you that have been working on this and you don't know what to do. Just take comfort in knowing you're very close to achieving your goal, okay? And for those of you that don't know, you do know. Actually, you do know, but you think you don't know. You think you don't know, but you do know. And maybe you haven't started yet. Now is the time to start, and it'll happen fast. That's what that's saying. It's going to happen really fast, okay? So as soon as you start, it's like, whoosh, you're going to take off. You're going to take flight. So I don't know if necessarily it'll be instant success, but I think it'll be a lot quicker than you think it will be, okay? So I'm going to pull one last card here. This one. Communication is key. I think that some of you, there's somebody that can, group of people or someone you can reach out to, organization of some kind. Maybe it's, if you're an artist or a singer, maybe you need to reach out to somebody who's like a vocal coach or somebody who can help you. Communication is the key. Talk about it. Could be therapy. This would be a really nice card to go to therapy, to talk to somebody who understands you, okay? Who can give you the answers that you need about why you feel like you can't do this thing, something in your childhood that's holding you back. So for some of you, that's to go talk about it with an actual therapist. It could be a friend, or it could just be talking to yourself. So this could be like you communicating with that inner child and telling her, yeah, you can do it. And talking to that inner child and letting her know that it is, that dream that we have, we came in with this, there's never too late. It's never too late. You can have what you need to have. Follow the life. I just feel this so strongly while I'm doing this reading. This is like a shorter reading than the other ones because it's so clear to me. You know what to do, but there is like some idea you have where you believe you can't do it. It comes from your childhood. You feel like you've already spilt your cups. The past is the past. You can't do it anymore. That dream is gone. It's not gone, okay? It's not gone. You can do it. As soon as you start, it'll happen fast. And for those of you that are there or have been trying for a while and you're like, oh, it's coming, okay? You're very close to achieving your goal. This is something you've always known. You came in here knowing. Maybe some of you identify as star seeds. If you do, try and find other groups that identify with you. That as well. It's just like you taking action on your life here. This is you taking action right now, tick tock, on your new life that you were meant to do right from the beginning. Okay. Thank you for joining me. I hope that you subscribe to the channel because I'd love to have you back. I do these readings once a week, and you can hit that subscription button and the notification will let you know when a new reading is released. If you felt this resonated, please do leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. All right, guys. Bye.